Hello and welcome. I can promise you one thing, is that we will not be beginning our yoga practice there today. So, as we are not going to begin where I started, I'd like to explain that it's because yoga is about listening to your body. This practice is encouraged from a point of view that you yourself can listen to your body and do what feels right for your body or what just doesn't feel right. I want you to stay safe in this practice, and I want you to understand that yoga takes a long time to build strength and flexibility, and it's all about the practice that we put into our practice. So on that note, we are going to break the practice down into more achievable components, so littler parts. So let's begin. Let's come onto all fours. Bring the toes together, the knees apart, and push back to child's pose. So just allow the head to rest on the hands. And just begin to notice your breath. Notice the texture of your breath. Notice whether it feels smooth or perhaps slightly a little jagged today. And just know that however it feels, that is okay. Check in with your physical body. If there's any areas that feel a little tense or a little awkward, just readjust yourself. Allow yourself to feel totally comfortable in your body while you're checking in here today. And take 3 more breaths here. So let's begin on our hands and knees. We're going to stack the knees below the hips so that our hips are at a right angle, the hands just below the shoulders, and our fingers spread quite wide. Grip the mat, have a feeling of gripping the mat, and then just remain here for a moment. Feel what it feels like through your shoulders, feel what it feels like through your hands, perhaps the top of your shins on the floor as well. And then on your next in-breath, I want you to lower your belly towards the mat, your heart forward so your shoulders come together on your back and your head looks forward. On an out-breath, round through your spine, bring your chin slowly towards your chest. Let's take one more like that. Inhale, bring your belly towards the mat, draw your shoulder blades together, open through your chest. And then on an exhale, again, round through your spine, draw your chin to your chest, and maybe your navel towards your spine so that you're feeling really strong in the belly. One more together, and then you're going to take 2 on your own. So inhale, belly towards the mat, shoulder blades together, heart forward, look forward. And exhale, round through the spine. So feel as though you're feeling each little vertebrae move bit by bit, chin towards the chest. So now taking one more in your own time. Okay, we should be there. So we come back to a neutral spine, which is that place between our belly forward and our belly up. So somewhere in the middle, you're going to tuck your toes under, and I want you to imagine that there's a piece of string tied to your tailbone, and you can feel it lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Lifting, 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 push down firmly through your hands, bring your ears in between your upper arms, and you might look something now like an upside down V. This is called downward facing dog. So take a breath here. You can either keep the heels lifted and the knees bent if the back of your legs are tight, or you can play around with maybe straightening your legs out, maybe walking them out, Maybe just adding some sort of movement so that you can feel how this feels in your body. Is it comfortable? Are your shoulders just burning? If they are, come out of it. Remember, it's about keeping safe. Take one more breath here. And then on an inhale, roll forward. So bring your shoulders over your wrists so that your body is straight like a plank. Stay here or lower your knees to the ground, tops of your feet to the ground, and slowly lower the hips to or towards the ground, stopping where it doesn't feel right for you, remember. Draw the shoulder blades back, look up, and then slowly come back to that tabletop position. Let's try that again. Toes tucked under, imaginary string pulling our tailbone up, lifting it high, push down through the arms, keep the arms strong, downward facing dog again. Maybe you might want to take some steps out, moving from one leg to the other. Find some stillness, and then let's take it back to plank. So bring your shoulders over your wrists, bring your knees towards the ground, bring your tops of your feet towards the ground, maybe start lowering the hips a little. Draw the shoulder blades back strong, and if it feels okay, you might push down through your feet and lift your knees. Okay, last one, I promise. Come back to tabletop, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high, keep on lifting, 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 bring the ears into the upper arms. Take one breath here, feel like you're gripping your mat strong to protect your shoulders, your wrists. And then on an exhale, come back to that plank position. Shoulders over wrists, fingers gripping, knees to the mat, tops of feet to the mat, hips maybe to the mat. Shoulders maybe all the way back on your back. And if it feels okay, only if it feels okay, press into the tops of your feet. Lower. Bring the toes together, knees apart, and push all the way back to child's pose. And let your arms just relax, either in front of you or down by your side. And take 2 breaths here. Slowly come up. Bring your hands out in front of you, back to tabletop position. So again, we've got that right angle from our legs to our hips and torso. Tuck the toes under. Let the hips float all the way up to the ceiling into that upside down V shape. And then walk the feet towards the hands slowly. Let the body relax and fold forward just like a rag doll. Maybe add some movement from side to side. Back around. Notice how that feels in your spine, in the back of your legs and in your neck. Big stretch to one side. Big stretch to the other side. Keep the knees bent. Remember, if it's hurting the back of your legs, come to the center and let yourself flop. Okay, inhale, we're going to come up halfway, bring your hands to your shins, feel long in your spine. And when you breathe out, bend through your knees deeply, like you're sitting back on your school chair in your classroom, arms extended in front, draw your shoulder blades back, and inhale, take a big deep breath in, lift your arms up. Sit a little deeper in your chair if you can, feel the tops of your legs burning. 2, 1, lift all the way up, grab some air, and then exhale it all the way out. Let your body float forward. Another time, let's give it a go. Inhale, let's lift our torso halfway up. Let's let our spine be really long. And then as we breathe out, bend through your knees, sit your tailbone back, bring your arms up, shoulders back. Inhale, lift all the way up. All the way up. Feel your thighs burning. Hold for 3, 2, 1, maybe one more, and then inhale, lift all the way up. Big breath in, and a big sigh out as you let your body fall forward. Take one more breath. Inhale, halfway lift, spine long. Exhale, hands to the mat, walk your feet back. Let's come to sit on our heels. So we're going to move into a plank pose now, or push-up, but I would like to talk to you first about keeping your shoulders safe. So if you all extend your arms in front of you, palms facing me, and then as you bring your hands back towards you, let your elbows go out to the side. Notice what happens in your shoulders here. Your shoulders start to hunch in. Let's try that one more time. Bring the hands back, let the elbows go out. Does it feel very strong there? Not really to me. Push out. This time when we draw the elbows back, we're going to keep them in nice and close to our sides. Can you feel the difference here already? We feel strong in the collarbone, strong in the shoulder. Let's try that once more. Push the hands out and draw the hands in, keeping them nice and hugged into the side. Okay, let's try that on the mat. Okay, so we're back to the favorite tabletop position. I want you to extend the legs out so that you're in that big, strong, firm plank. Okay, remember, if you're feeling super strong today, you can stay like this, or you can lower your knees to the ground. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, and as you take a breath out, hug the elbows in towards the side of your body. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift up, lift the chest up, lift the shoulders back, keep the throat soft. And then exhale, push all the way back. Let's try that one more time, maybe twice. Extend the legs. Remember, if you're feeling strong, stay here. There's no problem to come down to here at all. Inhale here, and then exhale. Hug, 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 hug the elbows into the side. Keep strong, grip your mat. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift up. Open through the chest. Exhale, push back to all fours. Let's try that one last time. Extend the legs to plank position. Feeling strong. On an out breath, we're going to lower all the way down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest to the ground, tops of the feet to the ground. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale. Let's push all the way back to child's pose. So toes together, knees apart, all the way down. And take a nice deep breath here. If you feel to, let out a big sigh. Pause the video here, or let's keep on going. We're going to come up to all fours again. Tuck the toes under. Oh, feel those hips floating towards the ceiling. Okay, option here to walk the feet to the hands like we have done, or maybe practicing a jump to our hands. So take a big breath in. As you breathe out, bend through your knees, and at the end of your out breath, hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, breathe all the way up, lifting the fingertips through the ceiling, maybe stretching through the tippy toes. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take 2 well-deserved breaths here. Okay, off we go again. Take a big breath in, lift the hands and fingers all the way up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, keep the spine strong. And on the exhale, we're going to take the left foot back. So step it back as far as you can. Lower the heel to the ground. Keep the front knee bent, so the front leg is at right angles. Windmill the arms, so make a big circle with the arms. Stretch out from fingertip to fingertip. Keep the legs strong, maybe strengthen the core. Allow the core to keep you strong as well. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, relax the elbow to your thigh. Let the arm float up. Look up if it feels okay for your neck. And then turn the hand to face your head and extend that arm all the way over, only if it feels okay. Feel a nice long line from the very outer edge of your left foot right through to your fingertips, and see if you can look up towards them. Take 2 more breaths here. Use this arm to support you too. And then slowly bring the arms back. Extend out from fingertip to fingertip, warrior 2. And then we're going to cartwheel the arms. So big circles with the arms. Look forward, hop that back foot forward. Inhale, come up halfway, long through the spine, soft through the neck. Take a big breath out, lean forward. And then breathe all the way in, lifting the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take that onto side B. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, float forward slowly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot back this time. So step the right foot back, big long step. Bring the heel to the floor. Right angles with the front leg. Keep the legs safe and strong. And then take a big circle. Arms long. Fingertips to fingertips long. Feel as though you're stretching your shoulders apart. Look out over your front hand. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then slowly lower that elbow to the thigh. Stretch the arm up, reach through the fingertips. Keep the legs strong. Turn the palm to face your head and then extend that arm overhead. Make a nice long line. Take 2 more breaths. It's fun just hanging out on this front leg. And then allow the fingertips to stretch back. Warrior to come in. Hold for 1 breath. Float the hands down. Push back to downward facing dog. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And then again, look between the hands. You can walk the feet towards the hands, or if you want to try a little jump, take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, bend your knees. Look forward at the end of the breath. Take a little hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Keeping strong through the legs. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands all the way down to the heart. I'm going to take you through chair pose, but this time with a twist. So bring the big toes together, the heels a little bit apart. Bend through the knees, nice and deep. Deep as you can, bring the hands to the heart. We're going to turn to my right first. So twist the upper body so your chest is twisting towards the right. See if you can come down a little bit and hook that elbow on your right knee. Push into the knee, push the knee into the elbow and see if you can twist. Keep the spine straight. Feel like a string now is coming out the crown of your head. Remember to breathe. Hold for 1 more breath. Inhale, come back to center and take a well-deserved break. So shake out the legs. And we're going to take it to the other side now. So bring your toes together, heels apart, just a little bit. Bend through your knees. See if you can go a little bit deeper this time. Hands to the heart. And we're twisting the heart towards the left this time. Towards the left, lower a little bit. Hook the elbow over the knee and use that elbow to see if you can twist a little further. Your legs are probably burning by now. Mine certainly are. Take one more breath here. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, come up, and again, give them a big shake out. Let's take one more slow walk through a flow, and then we'll bring it down to the ground to really slow down. You've done well today. Inhale, lift the arms up. Big breath in, and on a big out breath, let the body slowly, ever so slowly, like in slow motion, come down. Let the front of the body rest on the top of the thighs. Cross the arms if it feels good for you, and again, let your body flow from side to side. On an in-breath, bring the hands to the shins, make the spine long, draw the shoulders onto your back, keep the head soft. Exhale, hands to the ground, walk your feet all the way back, downward facing dog, so the hips are lifting high. We're pressing down evenly through our hands and through our feet, and our head is relaxed. When we breathe in, we're rolling the shoulders forward over the wrists, so we're coming into that nice strong plank. Remember, option to stay straight and strong here, or lower the knees to the ground and lower the chest to the ground. Keep the elbows hugged in tightly to your side. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, draw the toes together, knees apart, and head towards the mat. So perhaps either rest here on your hands. If it feels nice, you might like to explore the hands down by the side, palms facing up. And just checking out for today's practice, either remain here in child's pose for this next activity, or if it feels comfortable for you, lie on your belly, lie on your back. Ensure that you're comfortable, ensure that there's no distractions around you. And for a moment, I just want you to check back in with your breath. Notice now how your breath feels. Is it soft? Is it maybe a bit more jagged because we've just worked out? But notice if there's any differences in that breath. And then maybe say to yourself, just to finish our practice, I love who I am and see challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. I love who I am and see challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. I love who I am and see challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. Thank you very much for joining me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, stay active, look after yourself, look after your family and one another. Thanks once again.